It's Monday.
Welcome to the last episode of Monday Motivation Season 2. Haven't the last 5 weeks absolutely flown by? Well, before we go any further, I just want to recap on some of the things that we have learned over the last 5 weeks. Things that you should have been implementing into your life to help you massively increase your productivity and also to help you get more of what you want out of life. Right back in episode 1, we established that one of the major issues holding almost everybody back in life is focusing on the wrong things, particularly worries. So I took you guys through a very simple exercise to highlight your worries and how you can manage them simply and effectively. In episode 2, we looked at getting out of the grey zone and giving ourselves that all-important 60 minutes, just 60 minutes of pure focus each day, Monday to Friday. In episode 3, we had fun exploring our massively transformational purposes, or MTPs for short. In Ep 4, I taught you guys how to create positive new habits that last. And in Ep 5, I explained the importance of taking time out to relax and rejuvenate, which I hope you've been doing and will do from here on out. Now, this week, I would like to introduce you to one of the most important people you have in your life, okay? You have this person in your life right now. You might not know their name, but you employ them day in, day out. Let me introduce you to your success prevention officer. We all know that growth in our acting careers, in any area of our lives, really happens outside of our comfort zones, okay? Well, your success prevention officer, or S.P.O, as we'll term it for short, is the person who is keeping you well and truly inside your comfort zone and stopping you from having the success that you truly deserve, okay? When you say something like, you know what, I should send my show reel out to 3 new casting directors this week, or I need representation, I'm going to approach that agent. Your S.P.O is that little voice inside your head that says, are you sure you want to do that? Because, your show reel, maybe it's not up to scratch. I'm not quite sure. Maybe you should wait until you've got another couple of scenes on it, then send it off. When you say something like, you know what, I've been working on this comedy and I really want to put on my own show, so I'm going to start looking for a venue for it. Your S.P.O is that voice that says, are you sure you want to do that, really? Because, that's going to cost you time and money, and what if no one comes to watch it? That'd be a real waste, wouldn't it? Or when you say something like, this year I want to commit to my physicality and I want to get healthy and fit, I want to challenge myself, I'll run a marathon. Your S.P.O is that voice that says, are you sure you really want to run a marathon? They're really for super fit people. That's not really you, is it? And besides, if you were training for a marathon, you might twist your ankle and that's going to put you out of auditions, so you won't be able to attend auditions. So maybe you don't want to do that. Just go and sit on the couch and eat a Snickers. Other chocolate bars are available. It's not that your S.P.O doesn't want you to experience success, okay? Your S.P.O just doesn't want you to experience failure, which ironically halts success and progress in its tracks anyway. You are kept completely in your comfort zone, you're kept safe, you don't test yourself, you don't grow. Ultimately, you go nowhere in life. All that happens to you is you become addicted to average. Okay, now what good is average to anybody? Is no good at all. It is just failure in itself. Now, I reckon you'll relate to this. I think that for most people, their success prevention officer will have talked them out of doing something this weekend just gone. Okay, I know mine nearly did. I was away in Scotland with a group of my mates and we had the chance to go whitewater rafting on some of the most turbulent whitewater rapids that Scotland has to offer. All the snow melt had come down from the mountain. The river was at the highest, the instructors had pretty much ever seen it. It was super turbulent, and my S.P.O instantly pops up and goes, Ross, come on. Is this really a good idea? What happens if you fall out the boat? That water is freezing. What happens if you come out on the rapids, you hurt yourself? That's going to affect your work next week. Okay. That sort of talk from your S.P.O creates this inner friction inside you that can just halt you and halt progress in its tracks. Now, we deal with this inner friction by simply having a chat with our success prevention officer and getting to know them, okay? And I want you to do this today by reasoning with your S.P.O, getting to understand them more and getting them to understand you, and that if you just work together rather than your S.P.O taking over, that you can actually have a lot more success, make a lot more progress in your life. My S.P.O at the weekend over this rafting was going, Ross, look, seriously, do you want to go and whitewater raft on a river this high, this fast flowing, this turbulent, this cold, at this time of year? it would have been very, very easy for me to listen to that and just go, no, actually, you know what? I really don't want to do this. What I did, I took a few minutes out and I said, look, okay, S.P.O, there's 6 of us in this boat, okay? That's a big team for a start. We're all wearing top-notch safety gear. We can all swim. We're with an instructor that is massively, massively experienced and qualified, okay? The chance of something going wrong on this trip is actually pretty slim. And needless to say, I ended up having one of the most exhilarating experiences of my entire life. Yeah, we all fell out of the boat. You know, we all got freezing cold. It was horrendous at times. But I had one of the best experiences of my life, okay, which ultimately, you know, gave me a chance to grow through that, you know, experience something completely new. Had I listened to my S.P.O, I wouldn't have experienced any of that at all. And this is what I see so many actors doing. They let their S.P.O take over, they get talked out of doing whatever it is they were going to do, and then they make no progress, okay? Your S.P.O is not a bad man or a bad woman. They are only there to stop you from experiencing that hurt, that wasted time, wasted emotion, wasted money, whatever it may be when you're working on something outside of your comfort zone. But ironically, they are stopping you from having that success as well. What I want you to do now, and this is going to sound bonkers, but please bear with me, okay, and commit to this. I want you to spend just 5 minutes introducing yourself to your success prevention officer. I guarantee this will be the first time you've ever done this, okay? You might feel daft doing this, but please just do it. It will really help you. I want you to ask your S.P.O a couple of questions. I want you to ask them what it is that they are trying to save you from when they stop you sending those emails, when they talk you out of approaching those casting directors, when they talk you out of approaching those agents, you know, writing that script, getting involved with that short film, applying for that audition. Maybe you apply for an audition, you're really excited about it, then you find out that you have to do an accent in that audition and your S.P.O talks you out of then going for it because you might not be able to do that accent all that well. Ask your S.P.O what it is they are trying to save you from when they talk you out of those things, and then negotiate with your S.P.O. Okay, say, look, I really, really appreciate you trying to save me from all that negative stuff, but do you not see that by talking me out of these things, you are also actually saving me from success as well? So do that for 5 minutes, please. I'll just like stay here and you can come and talk to me again in a minute. But please do that. It will really help you to get to know your S.P.O, come together and start working on the same team rather than against each other. Well done. Now, I know that might have felt weird, you might have felt a bit stupid doing that, but don't worry about it at all, okay? You're going to have this conversation with your S.P.O many, many, many times over the course of your career and indeed your life, okay? But ultimately, that conversation is going to help you gain perspective, it's going to help you get control back, it's going to help you grow, get out of your comfort zone, get uncomfortable, you know, and ultimately become a much more successful actor and a much more successful human being in general. We don't want to get addicted to being average. We don't want to get addicted to that struggle, that inner friction that your S.P.O can create inside you. I know so many actors who do get addicted to this struggle because you know what, it's a lot easier to get addicted to that struggle. You know, it takes a lot less work to achieve that than it does to get outside of your comfort zone. Put that work in, you know. But here's a little idea for you, okay? Get your S.P.O to loosen the reins on you, because what if, okay, this might be a novel idea, but what if that work that you do outside your comfort zone actually works? Think about that, okay? What if it actually comes together and you gain success from it, okay? You get the success that you ultimately deserve. I want you to bear that in mind this week, okay, and recognize when your S.P.O is taking over. If your S.P.O starts to talk you out of something that you think's a good idea, it might be out of your comfort zone, stop, have a little chat, negotiate, and start working together. You're going to get so much more done and have so much more success. If you are watching this video on the Act on This website, then please log in now, leave a comment in the comment section below, and let me know what you think of this series of Monday Motivation. If you're watching this video on YouTube, then subscribe. On Facebook, share it, like it, pass it on to your friends. On Twitter, retweet it, you know, and also follow us and send us your comments on Twitter. You can tweet me personally, it's at Ross A. Grant, or you can tweet Act on This, which is at Act on This TV. That is it, guys, for Monday Motivation Season 2. But don't worry, I will be announcing very soon some really exciting news. If you like these Monday Motivation videos, like I say, tweet me and let me know, because I'm going to have some brand new stuff coming up for you very, very soon that I think is really going to help you improve so many areas areas of your life, your acting career, you know, other things within your life, personal life, physicality, spirituality, emotional stuff. You know, it's really going to help you become a far more successful person in general. So keep an eye out for that. Like I say, subscribe on YouTube and I'll release some videos giving some little hints about what that's going to be very, very soon. Thanks so much for watching this season, guys. If you've missed any episodes previously, go back and watch them. Do the exercises in those. If you've got any questions, like I say, get in touch. Have a phenomenal week and I'll be back very, very soon with that exciting news. Have a great one, guys. Bye for now.
It's Monday. Yeah.